Cessna put much effort into making its flagship Longitude a pleasure for passengers and pilots alike. Welcome to Kings of Luxury. So how does it feel to be inside Cessna Citation Longitude? Is it the best super mid-sized private jet? Make sure to watch till the end to find out. Despite the global pandemic, the super mid-size segment of the business jet market is showing signs of life. This is primarily driven by an uptick in demand for fractional jet operators. Businesses and the well-heeled have gathered to their services to avoid the perceived risks of traveling via scheduled airline operations. To provide the segment's best cabin experience and lowest operating costs, Textron Aviation orientated heavily on its past successes when designing the Longitude. It does have a unique design, and the new flagship shares its flight deck and forward fuselage with the tinier and shorter range mid-size Citation Latitude. The fuselage also got the same cross-section as its sibling, but the passenger cabin is 3 feet 7 inches longer to accommodate up to 12 passengers. Unique design. While the Longitude has many remarkable design features, where it really shines is in passenger accommodation. As with all great things, it begins at the foundation, or the floor in this case. The Longitude has a flat floor with 6 feet of over-aisle headroom. Standard cabin configurations are a double club arrangement, 4 seats each, or a forward club layout with a 3-place couch, including 2 facing seats in the aft area. The facing seats are breathable, as is the couch. Textron Aviation aims to offer the segment's best cabin experience. Forward to the seating area, opposite the aircraft entry door, we find a wet galley. All configurations have a roomy lavatory at the aft end of the cabin. You can access the tail cone baggage area in flight through a door on the lavatory's aft wall. While the roomy cabin and its appointments are enjoyable to the eye, it is unheard of genuinely enhancing the cabin experience. At cruise conditions, Cessna declares the Longitude has the quietest cabin in its class. Indeed, Longitude is quieter than a Ferrari. While typical super midsize cabins got an ambient noise level of 69 to 72 dBA, the Longitude's is slightly over 67 dBA. It must be noted that decibels are a logarithmic scale, so even a 1 or 2 unit difference is appreciated. Clean air. Another notable cabin enhancement is the type's partial recirculation system. Cabin air operates from the engine's bleed air system, whose high temperatures sterilize the air. This clean air is then conditioned before distribution in the cabin. After going through the cabin, 78% of the air is vented overboard through outflow valves at the rear. The remaining air is recirculated and returned to the cabin, which reduces engine fuel burn. Returned air is pushed through a HEPA filtration system. This baby can capture microscopic particles smaller than the COVID-19 virus and should prevent the contaminated air from getting back to the passenger cabin. Textron Aviation's sophisticated attention to the passenger cabin did not prevent it from also making Longitude's flight deck a great place to work. As mentioned, the model shares a standard flight deck with the smaller Latitude. The Garmin G5000-based avionics suite features 3 diagonal wide-format LCD screens across the instrument panel, 2 primary, and 1 main flight display. As with Latitude, 4 GTC 575 touchscreen controllers are handily placed in the cockpit. Navigation within the main display is via cursor control sticks on the bezel of the TSC. One pleasing feature resident in the TSC is the ability to use its screen as a trackpad. The flight guidance panel, to manage the autopilot and flight director, is mounted on the center of the glare shield. Garmin's synthetic vision technology comes as regular, as does an auto throttle system. As with Latitude, the small overhead panel hosts lighting control switches. Textron Aviation's choice to put the G5000 in the Longitude will undoubtedly please the generation of pilots raised in the Garmin ecosystem. Sustainable fuel. Textron Aviation also shares the option to have a purchase delivered using sustainable aviation fuel. It's Jet A or A1 fuel made from sustainable sources. Right now, there is a cost premium for using SAF, but according to the airframer, users will feel much comfortable knowing that carbon emissions can be reduced by up to 80% compared with fossil fuel. With a takeoff weight of 31,400 pounds, the aircraft needs only 0.6 miles of the runway. The Longitude would need a field length of 1 mile at sea level on a standard day. But what are the current world capabilities? A transatlantic flight is no problem, like Columbus, Ohio to Paris. Late for the opera after leaving the Raffles Hotel in Singapore? All cool, as Sydney is just a non-stop flight away. Safety first. The autopilot also boasts emergency descent mode. At 30,000 feet or higher, loss of cabin pressure having the AP engaged will trigger EDM. The AP will start a decrease and accelerate the aircraft to MMO, or maximum operating speed. Also, the ATs will set idle thrust to speed the drop to 15,000 feet, where the AP will level the jet and ATs maintain a safe speed. This feature is an excellent safety enhancer and is available in all G5000 equipped Citation aircraft. To sum up, the flat-floored super midsize Citation simply cannot disappoint. The Longitude offers a transatlantic range and an outstanding cabin experience. Passengers will appreciate the large cabin and class-leading acoustics. Textron Aviation's incredible adoption of technology for aircraft systems and the use of Garmin's potent G5000 avionics suite makes to create an aircraft that pilots will enjoy flying. The company also boasts that the type has the lowest direct operating costs of any super midsize jet. As such, Longitude has attributes sure to please its core stakeholders, and it looks like Cessna has indeed fielded another sure thing. But what do you think? Does Cessna Citation Longitude have everything to be the best mid-sized private jet? Make sure to share your opinion in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss an upload, and you can enjoy the excellent content we send your way.